How are we doing? So this is a freeze. Which one's you in the replay?
ASDF 1, 2, bloody 3, 4.
Alright.
Ugh.
So this, what rank are you in threes on this?
It's like 1600.
So it's like, yeah, GC2, 3v3. Normally SSL in 2v2.
Yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah.
thereabouts. So is there anything in particular that you feel like you're uncomfortable in threes? Is something that you just obviously you prefer to
A lot.
use?
It's a lot of my rotation and like positioning is definitely my main issue.
Alright, cool. I need to get this in longer. Alright, there we go. So we'll have a little look through. If I see anything, I'm pointing it out. Good speed on the follow-up. Get the boost and turn, nice. I'm not sure why your teammate's not up here with you. Oh, he's AFK, okay. Nice dunk. One thing I would generally do with our rotation back, try to avoid coming down the middle. Unless it's an absolute emergency. Obviously this, wow, that's not what I wanted to do. Just because your teammate, if obviously your first man's going to be pressuring this ball, your second man should be coming forward and trying to take this middle area. I'll definitely just try and take this pad lane and maybe try and get this mid boost. Reason being, it just creates that little bit of space for the guys to move into. Because obviously, standard rotation, this guy is going to challenge on here. Something going to happen here that we don't know the outcome of. Teammates should be backing him up. And we obviously want to be gathering boost and on our way back. The reason being, if we get this boost, we're fast enough that we can still cover a direct shot, aren't we? We can go back across. It's only if this
Yeah,
pinch is clean over. By grabbing this, you want to keep yourself with boost and kind of turn like this, you're in this neutral position. So that they can then see the outcome from this player. Your teammates should be pushing up soon, we'll see in a second. Yeah, so we get a big win on this challenge in the corner. Obviously, this comes down to he's still on it, but he's got absolutely no support from his teammate. Them guy is just really slow at getting forward. If you'd have got this mid boost and took this neutral position, we could have cut forward and cut in this second there, couldn't we?
yeah.
It just helps keep that attacking pressure. Even get a demo on this guy possibly. So we kind of always already committed to going back, and then we go back for the mid boost, and unfortunately miss it. Pretty decent positioning on this. The only thing I would say that we've done is we've come up slightly too fast and then tried to sort of preemptively turn. Good pass from your teammate, but I would have just waited that split second longer again just at this point, because we've got a pretty negative hit angle at the moment.
Mm.
If we'd have just waited to see what he's going to do, and again then make our decision, we could have probably had a good shot from this, because this guy's in the worst position possible at the moment. So yeah, just be careful with trying to go too fast sometimes.
Yeah, it's also definitely one of my bigger main issues because yeah, I literally do that a lot. I go into like wave dashes when there's like 50's gonna happen, so I'm a bit fucked in a way. Like
Yeah,
things like that, like I go too fast into stuff.
it's that balance, isn't it? It's just timing your arrival to the challenge or to the player is huge. Um, yeah, it's a bit ends up a bit awkward. Again, boost pathing. If you're gonna travel back down the mid, make sure you try and get at least 2 or 3 pads. Much better there, though, to be fair. Yeah, it's kind of an awkward on this. You and your teammate kind of get confused as to who's second and who's third. you're not kind of to know that this guy's boosting up. You won't be able to see this. If I seen him get this positive touch, this win touch like this, I would flip out and try to secure this first. Or even just use our right stick a little bit just to see where our third man is. Try to get some information while you're off the ball. Is this solo queue as well, or is this partied up?
No, I'm solo queuing this. I think my teammates would do a queue though.
Yeah, especially with when we're not in VC with someone. Using your camera to try and switch through is going to be huge for you. I'll skip it back. I see. Do you use your right stick much to have a look around and see where your third man is?
Yeah, I definitely do a lot more in twos than I do in threes. I feel there's not much time in threes to do all that. But like obviously that's just I do it, but like I don't do it as much.
Yeah, you've got less time on you in between stuff. Yeah, just a little flick. It's a bit difficult because it's just a communication thing, but if you're low boost like this, I would have definitely took the time to get this, and he would have known then that he needs to fill that anyway. Again, we're kind of creeping up on the play a little bit too much. This is going to be about timing and things as well again. So we kind of circle around. Teammate takes control. Still has control. I know you want to stay close enough that your second man obviously want to be able to follow up whatever happens here, don't we? And closing that distance. Your teammates are absolutely miles out of the play. So just be careful. I think going up to this point until this challenge happens and we know the outcome is a good thing. But what we do is we kind of turn in this corner. We kind of put ourselves in a worse situation and we leave the net open a little bit.
Yeah.
Just don't be afraid to just kind of slow it down here. Because we want to buy not only him time to get back now, we need to buy him time to get back as well. This isn't that threatening a play. Because his teammate's coming forward to try and help him out. But he's just one man on his own at the minute and he's not that close. Best thing you can do is probably try starting an air dribble. Try go top corner or hit the backboard, can't he? So yeah, just wait off, see what he's going to do. And then I'll push forward for that. Good challenge there. Nice demo. Good bump as well.
Uh-oh. I do remember that, actually. That was very bad for me.
I can see why it went. As soon as we see kind of our first man and our second man pushing up like this, I would just come straight out of the play. Either if you're not going to go for a demo, just try and get out as fast as possible. We kind of take out a little bit too much time. I think if you'd have speed flipped, you'd have been just a tiny bit further. You would probably have had a better angle on this. I think that kind of split second delay and rotating back kind of cost you. See what we're going for. Trying to get the sidewall double. Fortunate.
Should I have gone straight to the goal there instead of trying to go for that ball? Because I've obviously gone for that. I've messed up. Should I have taken that booster and gone to the backboard or something like near the wall? Because like I've gone for the ball there and I'm obviously not getting it.
I don't think you would have got it either way, to be honest. I think the touch, the missing the sidewall kind of cost your teammate and put him in a really bad position. He's trying to rush back. He misses his touch as well, which is kind of just adds to it. And then your teammate's obviously not back. I don't think... Because you had negative boost anyway, so I think even if you got one or two pads, you might have got there. Possibly, but... I don't know, I think your teammate should be at least sort of contesting this. He kind of goes in a little bit too far. Yeah, I guess he's trying to force him in a way, isn't he? But the problem is he passes,
Yeah,
almost
he
passes
had
a
quite a
front
bad
post line.
touch. He does have a really bad touch. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a decent attempt, but yeah, it's just a combination of errors that's cost that. I don't think you're ever getting back to that. Possibly, if you went up the wall, you might have got the touch with that boost. But
Yeah.
you'll
So I mean, like,
never know.
I was never going to beat him in the area, which is like I should have probably gone up onto the backboard there. Like you say, I've like cut in tight. I should have cut in like passively, if you know what I mean. I should have gone up the wall.
It's 6 and 2 threes because at this level, if he sees you on that backboard, he's going to play low.
Yeah, so you mean.
It's like almost at this point the damage is kind of already done. You just gotta hope he bluffs his shot. To be fair, that was good. Nice staying close to that as well. Get the boost. Okay, this is a very weird rotation, a very weird turn. This. So because our teammate was quite far back after the kickoff, which the last one generally is going to be after a kickoff, these kind of have this space anyway. But we kind of want 2 layers as much as possible. What you kind of did in this scenario is we come across and then take this approach. You're trying to cut him off on the wall and trying to stop this play, but Zane's already in a position to do that. He's going to press forward. He needs backup more than anything else. You kind of, by you pushing into this spot and taking first man from him, you're putting him out of position.
I definitely do that a lot. I get like really like stuck in the corner. I would have thought that was my ball, but like from this point of view, I can see I should have gone around.
Yeah, definitely. Even if you come in behind and kind of take more of a, like I said before, more of a neutral thing where you can kind of preemptively turn a little bit and see what this outcome is between these two, and then make your decision whether you're not, because these are going to be pressing pretty quick. He's going to have the guy middle. You want to try and be as quick as possible to follow up on this as well. The second man. It's kind of one of them things where you just kind of need to go behind him and then support the play. So you've got them 2 layers. By us both pushing into this area, you have 1 layer. If he beats one of you up a pinch off this wall, he's beating both of you. It like kind of causes a little bit of confusion. But what happens in all of this play is you end up with the same thing again, where we have this sort of turn where all the time we've got this negative hit angle and we're not really facing the play much. If you'd have come in behind, you'd have been able to turn like this, cover the front post, and then now you can support this. Look at all this space you would have had for free to follow up with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we kind of got stuck in the corner a little bit, haven't we? Yeah, it's similar type of thing. It's like rotating out. As soon as he gets this, you should know that you're never getting to this. Best thing you can do, once we've got to this situation where we're stuck in the corner, we know we're not getting it. He's got to go for it no matter what. It's, he's got to press his front post and stop it coming past this line. What's our next biggest threat if Dem misses the ball?
I mean, that German guy would probably score it.
Yeah, so in this situation, once you're already here, I would on you. Try and get across. Try and get the demo on this guy if he decides to cut in. Because this ball's going to come around with speed. The only way he loses this is if he misses it or gets 15 from this guy. So definitely just try and cover him. They just decide to turn. He's got the position. But it's this turn back that kind of ruins this because Zane's still out.
And I kind of really wanted to pass from them, but like I mean, I don't even know what he was doing with this ball. He has a really like
It's
bad
not.
clear.
It's not a great touch, to be fair. But yeah, I can see the intent. Obviously, you want to extend that and follow on. And Zane could have even got a demo. Would have been a good idea, but the touch, yeah, was not great.
Yeah, because like if he has like a good touch, I feel like that's like a real good scoring opportunity.
It can be, but we've got to cover risk as well. So it's a good scoring opportunity, but once he commits to this, we've got a huge gap in the rotation here. He's not going to be back. We're not coming back, and the net's going to be open for a long period of time. So it's like, if it works, it's good, but if it doesn't, you're screwed. It's just like risk and reward, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially like this kind of scenario when it's still early in the game. I'd just be playing a little bit more cautious. If we'd say like 2-3 nil down, then definitely you want to be trying to add a bit more risk to, because you need to try and gamble a little bit. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess, that one. Yeah, creeping up just too close here. Just trying to go a little bit too fast on the player.
Yeah.
One thing I always kind of use, you may have seen me put it in the chat, it's like a traffic light system. It's going to sound a little silly, but like I said, with the ball comes across here off the kickoff, we've got a teammate going for this and an enemy going for this. We don't fully know the outcome of this yet, do we?
No.
So we want to be following up and getting in this position. Your positioning generally is pretty good, because the threat is obviously if he takes it into this corner or he takes it mid, you can kind of cover both options from here. But the one thing we've done is we've kind of almost set ourselves to a green light position on this ball getting past him before we've known the outcome. We've tried to like predict what's going to happen before it has. Just by waiting a second, remember, especially after kickoffs, your third man's going to be very far back. He's going to be out of the rotation for a little bit, isn't he?
Yeah.
Because he's got to get that boost. So especially after kickoff, you want to be playing just that little bit passive. Yeah, he's not even got boost yet. So even if you can even grab that boost and kind of just creep up slowly, like you're saying, and then because it's not that much of a scoring opportunity just from him dribbling down next to the wall on his own. It's not a huge threat yet, is it?
No.
So yeah, just buy a little bit more time on that. Kind of works out and we get away with it. I'm not quite sure why Zane comes down this way. But nobody in this scenario. So how can I explain this best? Obviously this is generally safe area for the ball to be for us, isn't it? Quite hard to score from there. Biggest threat is in the mid. One of them is always at this rank going to be trying to push into this area. Either he's going to speed foot forward if this ball goes down here. The reason why we rotate across like this, once this ball's past us, got to have confidence that our teammate's going to be there. If you're unsure, what you can do is take this pad and maybe creep towards this pad. Then we can have a look. Is our teammate there? We're asking our question. No, he's not. Okay, we need to go for the ball. We can go back in here. Yes, he's there. Okay, we can go behind him. We're giving ourselves these two options by kind of all channeling down into here. He's going to be wanting to come this way. We're both coming this way, but we'll all end up in the same corner. If one of you gets beat again, all of you are going to get beat and nobody's covering that again. Especially in like solo queue, you always want to be covering this danger zone, because you know what people are like. People will be people, and they won't rotate properly, they won't cover stuff properly. Everybody wants to be him, everybody wants to score the goals. But yeah, you can even like obviously pick up demos on this guy. If we demo this guy, the attack's broken down before it's even started. But it's all to do with like your hit angle again. If we're kind of rotating back to this way, a lot of the time here, you've got a pretty negative hit angle. Even if you do get possession, the best thing you can do is possibly take it to this corner and start a wall play. But then you're buying the opposing team time. If you were coming through this way and this ball fell, and you were able to pick this up with this hit angle, you can start an edgeable straight towards the net, and these two are out of the play. You've kind of got a huge numbers advantage. If you take this to this back corner and have to do it from a negative hit angle, these two guys, they're going to get back in time. We're going to have to try and find a pass, and it's going to make it difficult. Right, so we've got a big advantage. Unfortunately, good demo. It's a good demo. Good speed. I like the fact he cut back in here with no boost, getting into that zone again. That's really good. As soon as this touch comes out, okay, I would say Zin. So I would say Zin, because he was ahead, would have grabbed that boost and turned for that. But you kind of took it anyway. Everyone came ball side on this. Again, it's a little bit weird. Same thing again. Everybody's coming ball side. Like, this is good. This is going to be so difficult. You're making it so much harder than it needs to be on your team. I get one of you needs to press the ball, needs to create pressure. But one guy got demoed because he was rotating down ball side. He had a negative hit angle. We've also got a negative hit angle. Yeah, you're kind of in a better shadow position. But even if we save this, unless we control it to the side, like I said, same kind of scenario before, we're making it a little bit more difficult, a little bit slower than it needs to be. It's a poor shot from him, we get away with it. Teammate decides that's his ball. Again, just a little bit too close. So this is kind of, I'll have to skip back to kind of explain this a little bit. So he gets bumped hard and he goes like, yeah, it's just a bit of a mess, to be honest. I don't know why Dem's overextending so much there. That's nice, it works out. Yeah, so what was really good about this player, kind of like check your boxes again. Obviously, he beats his man, one man back. You steal their boost, take this turn, and we get in this middle area again to follow up the player. You've got a huge numbers advantage, 2v1. All he needs to do is get a touch backboard, make it awkward for him. Yeah, so he's trying to do what I was talking about before. This German guy's obviously trying to take out the second man because it's the biggest threat. But yeah, he played that really well. But yeah, the other thing I was going to cover at the moment, when we're moving forward into the play. So say your first man has the ball on the wall here. Your second man's trying to push up into this play. So first man's job is always, obviously, he's trying to create a scoring opportunity, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's trying to provide a pass or shoot and score if he can. Second man's job is always to follow up on the play. Or if we break it down even further than that, generally this guy's going to get challenged. So second man is going to cover the win on this challenge. He's always going to cover the positive outcome. And that's obviously it going mid or backboard. This is his job. Third man always needs to cover the loss on the scenario. If he gets beat, it's third man's job. A lot of the time when we're creeping up too far, we're kind of trying to almost cover the win with him. We're trying to think, you know, when we can attack, we're already thinking about attacking before we've left our role of third man. As soon as the first man turns back, we can kind of push into second, but we're kind of doing that a little bit too early at the minute. Yeah, this is why a double commit happens again. Dem's just way too far up. Oh, you can see that Zane's second man on this. Zane's following up. Although Dem does have a better hit angle. Like, this is Zane's all day. Dem should never even be there, because, like, who's covering the loss? Nobody's covering a bad outcome in this scenario. Buys time, gets 50. And yeah, we get scored on because of it. Because of an overcommit, and then Dem, for some reason, chooses to go all the way for their boost. Yeah, a little bit unfortunate. Yeah, it's a... Dem kind of preemptively turns this. I don't know why. This is kind of what we're talking about here again. This is a 50-50 in midfield, isn't it? We don't know the outcome. He's already committed at this point to an outcome before we know fully what's happened yet. If he just slowed his approach up just slightly, you know, he got the second 50. He's just already set his mind on a boost. And instead of a second 50 going in midfield, the first challenge that goes in is here. Nice turn back in. I don't know why Zane's turning back in as well. He does well though. Yeah, this whole match is kind of a mess rotational wise.
It's ranked.
It's quite bad that everybody's trying to just do too much. Everybody's trying to basically go for the ball. Neither of these two want you to ever be first man. Yeah. But yeah, it's like, have you ever seen Verge's video when he explained like coverages and things like that?
No, I don't think I've seen that.
So if you imagine headlights coming out of the car, a circle like this, if Zane was moving slow, this is kind of his area of reach. If Zane's moving supersonic speed, his area of reach is going to be something like this, isn't it? So as a team, we don't want to be overlapping these. We want to cover as much pitch as possible. So like in this scenario, if you have a first man here, and he's going relatively quick at a medium speed, his area of reach is here. You would want one man middle, so his area of reach would be here. And then another guy supporting his third man, wherever. So we're all covering different spaces. It's just a lot more efficient. When we do that, we're covering a lot more outcomes from the player. If this ball hits the ceiling, it's going to come in his zone. If a 50 happens and it bounces off this wall and lands over here, this guy's got it. You know, if any kind of scenario, you're kind of closer, bounces here, this guy can address that. It's kind of like, once we start getting too close to other players, it's always going to be a mess because we don't know who's going for it, especially when we haven't got communication and stuff. I don't think most of that was you. It was a couple of times as third man we've kind of pressed a little bit too far.
Yeah.
But kind of continue this a little bit, see if I can find some more examples so we get bumped. Yeah, they nearly score again because we're just way too far out, which is way too overcommitted as third. You get a good touch. For me, if I was you with 0 boost on this, we've got a good touch to the corner. I wouldn't even be worried about this. I'd honestly, I'd be going straight for this. Especially in threes, you've got to remember that you're going to pretty much always have a teammate that's going to be able to go if you turn out. Have you heard about car language and stuff?
Yeah.
You'll have been looking for it at your level. You know, obviously you flip out, he knows you're not going for it. He's going to push up, isn't he? He's going to push up anyway, I think, regardless. But you kind of stayed in the rotation a little bit too long. We should have been out there, and then we can turn around at this point, have a look at the play. Zane would have been first man. He's kind of turned away from it already. He's turned the wrong way anyway, but you know, you could have even gone back. So it falls down this traffic light. If instead of we being super aggressive, try to force something to happen, going like this way, I know we got bumped at this point. We took this and then got to this point and asked ourselves the question, right, what's happening now? We can then at this point still turn up and still protect our neck, can't we? So it's kind of like, once you've done your play, come out quickly, get your boost, and then you've got follow-up play, because you could have definitely put in a challenge for this. If you'd have went for this mid boost, even controlled it, took it to the wall, started a play, it wouldn't have got anywhere near their net. Nice control and a good pass, just unfortunate shot. See, this is much better. As soon as you did your pass, you were straight out, grabbed the boost, turned around, and now we take this like neutral position, don't we?
Yeah, yeah.
Where we can kind of turn, see what's happening. He gets per hit. Good speed, but it is risky, that. I'll be thinking in this scenario, even if he gets a touch, where's he going to hit it to?
Yeah, I would have got to my 0 boost teaming, yes. I feel like I could have beat him anyway.
Yeah.
Like, it seemed very straight to that.
It was good speed. A good follow-up, but the problem is there's nobody there to follow it up afterwards, is there?
Yeah, it's kind of ruined now. Because like it's definitely like one of those high risk, high reward plays where like I kind of had to score it, but like it's very hard angle to score. Because like now like it's 3v1 realistically.
He's took control, that's fine. Yeah, it's all very, very aggressive. Zane's staying up. Again, just a little bit too close on this. Do get a follow. It's like everyone's so twitchy. Everybody just wants to be there, wants to be on the ball constantly. Nobody's giving each other respect.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like very, very antsy gameplay.
Yeah, it's just a little bit chasey almost, and just like where everybody on your team is trying to kind of force something to happen rather than either waiting for the outplays or positioning for eventualities, because nobody's going to cover all eventualities. You will get... So kind of break down the set of orange teams' reaching rotation. Look at like if my right stick stopped drifting. The area of coverage, like this guy is rotating back. He's going to come across diagonally. Possibly try and take out Dem if he can. This guy's challenging this ball. This guy's covering net. He's going to focus this zone. So we've got all spread out, nice decent positions, covering different areas. You know, he's got a lot of boost. If he gets a big win on this, down this way, and he say he gets bumped back, but the ball carries on going down this way, he can still turn up, can't he? Then his teammate can back him up. They've got the 2 layers. If the opposite scenario happens, and he gets badly beat around this corner, he can move into this, and then he can time his arrival by following up. He's got 2 layers that way. He's a little bit far out, but obviously he is speed flipping. And this guy will be working his way back as well. It's a lot of the time. Yeah, see how he's already back and he's kind of creating a second layer. Gets a little bit too close, but... And he just goes back and just sits and chills. He knows, like, my 2 teammates are out there. Most important thing for me to do at the minute is cover the loss. I'm third man. Right, he's taking third man. I can push second now. Support the player. He messed up. I'll take first man. Instant decisions every single time. This makes... Where's he gone? Is he dead? Oh no, he's on the wall. Doing weird things. But yeah, this makes this guy second man. Until he gets back. He comes back in first man. You've got... See how they're all kind of spaced out all the time?
Yeah.
And they're not afraid to just sit and chill as third for a little bit. Again, same type of positioning. So this is actually really good positioning from this German guy. So in threes, a lot of the time attacks are going to end up with the ball in one corner. Like I said before about this danger zone. The reason why we don't want to go in this danger zone too early is because this guy is playing second and third at the moment, isn't he? Until this guy gets back.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, he has to take this neutral role and cover both eventualities. He can still get into there with a little bit of a turn, but he can still cover the loss. As soon as his teammate will say to him, you know, I'm back now, I'll cover third, or I'm third, he can then cover the win only as a second man on this challenge.
Yeah.
But it's like, he's already on his way back. I'd probably be tempted to start pushing in now. It's into the mid area. He sees he's got an aerial playing back, so... See, yeah, he's kind of turned around. It wasn't the greatest aerial, to be honest. So, he's buying time for his teammate to get back. But all the way, he's not committing to anything. He's not boosting, he's not driving. He's doing this neutral positioning all the way down. Once he gets to this point, he decides, you know, the net's pretty open. I need to go. He's got his green light. I need to challenge for this. But when you take this neutral role to sort of this back post angle, you can do that at any point in the play.
Yeah.
But he puts a challenge in midfield. Also dead important because you want to force it for the black guy, don't we? If we wait until the ball gets close and then decide to go, it's already too late because you're going to end up double committing and things there. It's a good follow. Similar type of thing. He gets the win on this ball. Up this side. He's following it down. He's first man. What can we see about the orange team's positioning?
He's got his third man. Germans can't be a second. Like that ball's going to go to German realistically.
he's nearly got practically an open net, yeah, so he's going to get in this danger zone straight away. He's going to take second man. This guy's filling in, covering the loss, coming behind his third. Straight away, instantly, as soon as he got that win, they're both straight into their positions. Very aggressive from this guy. This is like, you see what he does with this kind of preemptive turnout of the player, because he realizes, oh shit, I'm too close. Like, I need to turn back. Realistically, what he should be doing is still be his third man, transitioning into second man. He should still be about here until one starts coming back. He's on his way back. He could have challenged for this and come across this way if he'd have just waited to see the outcome. This guy would have rotated out, and this guy would have come back in a second, wouldn't
he? Yeah.
So if he switches the play and takes it into the corner where this ball's going, this guy can cut back in. Everybody's kind of almost got a rhythm. See what happens. Turns a little bit late, but similar type of thing. You got your first and second man, third man's on his way back. First man forces. He buys him time. This guy's rotation, straight back. Yeah, we can cut back in this way and we can be like trying to be proactive and try to get this touch, but we've got to think about our hit angle. If we play this aggressive and try and help out and try and challenge them in this scenario as third, even if we get a touch to this wall or this corner and it hits off wrong, it's going to go straight back middle and this guy's going to get it for free. It's kind of like you've got to have layers in threes. In twos, you can kind of get out of the situation by being fast and just beating one guy. But in threes, it's all about having numbers. I'll break this down a little bit more. Yeah, see how passive this German guy is as third.
Yeah.
He waits till the ball's free, play a touch. It's a good pop. But they've got no boost to follow it up, so buys his two teammates time to both get boost and start pushing out though, doesn't he? Unfortunately, that's the last of the game. Yeah, so it's with the rotation, like I say, the biggest thing is the reasons why when we're rotating back is we want to buy time, don't we, all the time. It's not necessarily that we can challenge and we can go for it. A lot of the time we can go for it sooner, but we don't want to because we want our layers, we want our backup, we want our guys behind us, don't we?
Yeah.
Because even though you can challenge, even if you win the challenge and you can't follow that second touch up, or somebody else on their team is covering the second touch, there's nobody there to defend afterwards. So it's kind of like watching your opponents. A lot of threes is like basically checking the camera and just saying, right, is the guy behind me? Is he there? Is my teammate back? Can I go? Obviously, you don't want to give them much of the pitch for free. But if your two teammates are out the player, you just can't go unless it's free. So on attack, we kind of broke down quite easily, didn't we? It's easy to understand that one. It's more sort of this interim stuff when the transition from attack to defense, isn't it?
Yeah, like I get a bit like stuck in the corners. I go in stuff too fast. It's like one of them.
Yeah, we're just trying to be, and your intentions are good. You're just trying to help out. You're trying to be proactive. You're trying to do something. But I've got to remember in threes, there's another guy behind you already waiting for that. I've seen it a couple of times at the beginning. If we do kind of like push in to help out, you're putting him out of position and leaving like the net open because he's already trying to cover that. We've just got to respect that our teammate's going to do it. and we've just got to cover the worst case scenario as third. So your first and second man stuff is really good. It's just your kind of patience as third man is the biggest thing. Not being afraid to just cover that bad outcome for a second and just wait. So you
So you mean I would have put that a little bit more passive in a way, a bit more slow, a bit more passive.
only when you're third, yeah, on defense kind of thing. Because like you say, you're only covering the worst outcome. The most important thing, like the only responsibility as third man on defense is just covering the net. That is literally the only responsibility you've got. As soon as you leave that net, you're not doing your job as third man anymore. You're basically becoming a second man. Because you're covering the same roles, you're trying to follow up on the play already, even though your second man's already there doing that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I do see what you mean.
So, like, if he messes up and gets beat, that's not your fault. You're there as third man, you can pick the ball up. But if you push up and he gets beat and it beats you as well, that's your bad, isn't it?
Mm.
So, I mean, even as well, like, as a more mechanical player, you should love playing third man more than anything else. Because it's going to give you time. I know, do you feel like you'd not got much boost a lot? Because I've seen a few times where we're kind of like turning back in a lot. We could have turned for boost, and then especially as third man, like if this ball trickles to you and you're using your time wisely when you're rotating back to grab the 100, you're gonna have so much more space as third man coming forward to create an aerial play. It's the best position to be in for a mechanical player.
Yeah.
You've got so much choice and generally so much more space as third man. It's more like when you're following up in twos, when you're the second man in twos, and he forces it back to you for free. I think if you can utilize that properly, you'll find yourself with so much more opportunity to use your mechanics in threes. Because it's like as well, it's the perfect opportunity to do it because they're going to be wanting to come back as well, aren't they? They're going to be wanting to rotate back out of the play and get back to get their boost and help you out. So you air dribbling as third and taking it up over a couple of their heads is buying them time to get their boost, and it's better all around for the team. Most opportune moment to be doing it. But yeah, and this the other thing. So that's like creeping up too far as third. That's the first point I would say to work on. The second one would be when we're coming back, by all means stay relative to the player, stay close to the player, but check if our teammate's there, and if he's ready, ask ourselves that question. If he is, then we want to get out of his way and come behind him, don't we? You know, we don't want to kind of linger in this play, and this guy's sat there going, is he going for it, is he not going for it? I don't know what he's doing, because it will cause confusion. If he's there, you make it clear to him that you're not going for it. You rotate out nice and fast. Go grab your pads, go grab your boost, and then follow up the play afterwards. Not necessarily rotating back post. It's kind of a bad arrow. It's kind of because that's situational. But just making sure that someone is there. Because if he's not there, you want to cut in, obviously, don't we? We need to cut in.
Yeah.
So like I say, take this neutral position and check, and then make our decision from it, rather than just fully committing to staying on it. And then, like I said, the last one, I would say knowing when to leave the play would be the biggest one. There's a couple of times
because
we're kind of lingering in the play and we're trying to help out. It's kind of a similar thing again. We're trying to like do as much as we can in the corner, but you're leaving yourself with zero boost again. And there's guys with a lot more boost, with a lot more view to read the play and see more players on the pitch. We're waiting there to follow up as well. Do what you need to do. Once you've finished the play, go get your boost. And again, you're waiting as that third man. A lot of the times you'll find free possession and you'll just find so much more opportune moments to create them air dribbles and stuff like we were talking about.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, your speed and knowing when to go as first and second man is really really good. You can tell you've played a lot of twos. It's just that third man role is a little bit alien to us at the minute. I suppose it's in twos. It's different, isn't it? You don't really get much chance to sort of play passive. It's very hectic, isn't it? It's very fast paced.
Yeah, it's just like very I mean, for me, like twos, I just know when, like, I know what to do.
Yeah, yeah. It becomes instinctive when you're doing it all the time. But it's like people say threes is faster than twos. The individual interactions between players is faster because it's six players,
Mm.
but the turns in you from the time from you going once to you going a second time is actually slower in threes because there's obviously more players on the pitch. So you should find it a little bit more almost relaxed in a way. If you take your time as third man to grab your boost and turn, it'll become a lot less hectic and a lot easier to read for you as well. It'll be a lot less confusing for your teammates as well. Do I do you have any questions about anything before I finish up the recording and get that typed up?
No, I think I'm good to go. I think I'm raring for a 6 months.